Most of us remember seeing a white Bronco cruising down the highway in California back in 1994 with OJ Simpson as a passenger. And for those who weren't familiar at the time, you probably are now seeing the most recent show, The People versus OJ Simpson. It's captivating. It shows you how true crime and the stories of what happens actually inside the courtroom is so compelling to today's audience. In a truly shocking revelation most recently, supposedly there was a knife found that was on O.J. Simpson's property at the time, the property they lived in at the time of these murders. And while it's so shocking, it only brings to mind, as for a civil attorney, one thing, and that's the importance of preservation of evidence. As I've talked to you folks sometimes in the past, the importance of preservation evidence is absolute. You have to make sure in a civil case, and criminal cases of course, but for what we do, civil cases, that all the evidence is preserved. You have to make sure to notify the potential defendant, the person that you're going to be suing, or a place that may have surveillance footage, like a gas station or a supermarket or a mall. You got to make sure that these folks and these companies and these individuals know that you have the right to have access to that video. You have a right to have access to that surveillance, that you need to see that in order to prove your case and in order to see what really happened to your client. It's so absolutely essential that you have the evidence as soon as it is available, nearly contemporaneous with the event, so that you can make sure to prove your client's case in court. Because for some reason or another, that evidence may be lost, the videotape may be overwritten with other footage, and you have to make sure that you have it or else it's gone forever. Once again, preserving evidence is absolutely critical to proving your case in court. And even though O.J. Simpson may be protected under the privileges of double jeopardy under the United States Constitution, we're going to soon find out whether or not that weapon supposedly found on his property was the murder weapon in his case. Stay tuned.